Okay, so let's call this video Quaranthings to do. And I made a list of things that I've been doing personally at home that perhaps maybe you're looking to some help and ideas of things to do at home so you can keep yourself busy. Yeah, we can play video games and we can watch Netflix and we can watch the free version of Pornhub while it's available, and after a while it just gets boring and you just run out of things to watch. I mean, even though there's a lot of stuff to watch on there, but you can, you watch it 2-3 times over and it's over. It's already boring. So I came up with a couple of things that I think maybe you could take also and do it as well. One of the things I came up with, I'm gonna make a list, and I think I'm gonna put the list right here. All right, quarantine things to do. One thing that I think that maybe you guys should do and consider doing during this quarantine is catching up with stuff. Some stuff I would personally say catch up with music. Some of your favorite artists probably has some albums out there you never heard of because you've been so busy, and then you maybe want to just save them on Spotify, iTunes, or whichever music program you use. Download some of those new albums and then catch up with your artists, or maybe discover some new artists. Maybe you'll find some new artists out there that really connects to you and then puts you in a better mood, especially during this quarantine. Another one is catch up with your shows. I'm a big movie guy and TV guy. I watch a lot of shows, and sometimes I don't have time to catch up with them. Well, now I have the time to catch up with them. I've been watching Fargo. I've been watching Better Call Saul. I've been catching up with all my shows. So there's one thing you could do as well during the quarantine. Another one is also movies. Apparently, AMC is closed because of the quarantine, but they've been like letting you download and watch movies on demand. You just gotta pay, I think, the same price, but you have the comfort of watching it from home. But other cases, you probably have a Netflix queue that's filled up with a lot of movies and shows, movies particularly, to watch, and you haven't had the time for it. Start watching them. Put a time, like 8 o'clock after every night, 8 o'clock, watch a movie, watch a show. Catch up with it. Have a schedule instead of just laying around being such a lazy ass. Alright, another one is catching up with some books. If you're a bookworm, unlike me, I don't really read unless you consider reading Facebook stuff reading. Catch up with some books. Read some books. Maybe you want to read a book from an entrepreneur that you feel like it could help a side business of yours, or start a side business. Read books. Books are great. And right now, books are hot things. You could order a lot of stuff from Amazon. There are books, and then you could even get a Kindle and then read to your heart's desire. So one thing you can catch up on is books. Another one in the category of catching up is catch up with some old friends. Again, our busy work lifestyle barely gives us any free time to do things that we want to do. And one thing I like to do, and I just don't have the time for, is to catch up with some old friends. See how they're doing. Some of them started families, some of them didn't, but still, catch up with them. See how they're doing. Let them know, hey man, listen, I'm so sorry that I haven't had the time to catch up with you. I want to make sure you're good during this time. Anything I can do to help, just catch up with some old buds. Because maybe when this whole thing is over, everybody can meet up together and grab some beers together. But one thing I highly recommend doing during the quarantine, as far as catching up, is catch up with some old friends. You never know. They're saying the what's the quote from the Green Book? The reason the person's so lonely is because he's afraid to make the first move. Something like that. Google it. I'm not an expert. I just play one. All right, another one is video games. I know I said don't sit around and play video games all day, but if you're a guy that loves to play video games and haven't had the time for it, play some new video games. I believe some people have started their Twitch and they've been playing online through Facebook. Play some video games with your friends. There's one thing you can do that isn't considered like just talking in a Zoom conference, or just on one of those, what's it called, house party apps. If you want to play video games, play video games. It's crazy how many people have showed up on Xbox Live on my friends list that haven't been online in years, but ever since this pandemic, they just showed up and they want to play Left 4 Dead or Halo. Great, let's play some games, man. It's been a while. You never know when's the next console will come out, and your console is just historic. Just play some games. Games are cheap online right now too, so you can download them for like half the price. Good time to catch up with some old friends that way as well. And the last thing in the catching up category that I want to bring up is listening to some podcasts. I love listening to podcasts. NPR, Trailer Park Boys. I'm a big wrestling fan, so I like to hear these wrestling podcasts. I like the backstories, like the drama backstage and stuff like that. And these podcasts are so delightful. While I could be working out, I could listen to a podcast, or I could be working on my side business, I listen to podcasts. Or if I'm working out at home and doing some reports, whatever, I can still listen to podcasts. And it's not like that music blasting in your head. You just got somebody like, casually talking, and it's stuff that interests you. So take a time to go on Spotify or iTunes. Maybe your favorite celebrity or sports athlete has a podcast. Everybody's working from home, so they're doing a lot of these things. Check it. Maybe you'd be interested in doing a podcast. I'd probably be interested in listening to it. Probably not, though. But hey, it's just...
To watch part 2, make sure you click subscribe and hit that little bell. Thank you so much for watching my video. Hope you can like, subscribe, and click on the little bell so you can help my channel grow. Drop some comments on our YouTube page, youtube.com/The Boredom is Real. And if you're on Facebook, follow us at The Boredom is Real and The Boredom is Real TV on Instagram.